Trending. 10 minutes. What's up? Let's go. First cab out the rank. Adele Fornarino gets silver at the Brasileiro.
Big.
Mate, she almost won.
She represented us at ADCC last year.
Yeah. And when we say us,
she was brown belt, wasn't she?
In Australia.
Was
yes.
she? Yeah.
She just got her black belt not long afterwards.
Yeah.
She has been doing a lot of damage on the no-gi scene, but she's also great in the gi. And she was against the world champion in the final and was winning. And was actually up, I think, four points, a couple minutes in. 6 points, I think, at a critical point. And at the very last 40 seconds, she's up, I believe, 6 points, and she gets swept. There's this photo of her just fighting. It's the last 40 seconds. And she ended up losing by 2 advantages.
Holy shit.
And so it's like, everyone was like, she's going to win. And it's like, oh, it's brutal. Really want to give a shout out to her because she's really pushing it for women's jiu-jitsu in Australia.
Brasileiros is, give me some context on that. That's one, I mean, it's obviously one of the biggest gi comps.
It is. I believe also in some ways it's tougher than a lot of other comps because for some Brazilians, they're never going to be able to afford to go to Worlds.
Yeah.
But the Brasileiro is their world championship.
Yeah, right.
So
you got this whole group of people that you've never heard of.
Yeah,
you don't see.
It's tougher because it's all in Portuguese.
Yeah.
So if they call you and you're not onto it, they'll scratch you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So a lot of different competitors have gone down there to really test themselves. And I believe if Adele had won that, I think she's also the first Australian to get silver, for a woman to get silver at the Brasileiro.
Wow.
Which is impressive. So shout out to Adele. We'll get her on the podcast real soon. We love you. You're awesome. Zuck. Zuckerberg in BJJ.
Oh, the celebs are doing it.
Oh, it's hot. BJJ is so hot right
I'm
now.
impressed. He looked, whatever. It's like,
He got gold and he got silver, man.
yeah,
He
it's
did gi and
it's
no
a thing
gi.
to throw yourself in a jits comp.
Yeah, and people might hate you because you own like a multinational conglomerate that's stealing all our private details and selling them. But yeah, he did well.
Still good on you, bro. We love you.
Yeah, good.
Legend.
Shuckers, bro.
Can't wait to get you on the show, bro.
Yeah, can't wait to submit you, bro. I'll give Zuck a roll. I'll metaverse you into the last life, son. No, it's kind of cool in a way. I think it's going to motivate more tech pros to do jiu-jitsu.
That's not necessarily a good thing.
Nah, does that make jiu-jitsu more toxic? Maybe it does.
I just see a lot of unprepared bodies getting wrecked.
Or maybe a lot more people who need bulletproof. No. I think what's good is the more people do jiu-jitsu, it seems more possible and it's more in the consciousness of the population.
Yeah.
So whatever you think of Mark Zuckerberg, him doing it is influential.
Yeah.
So if that means more people train jiu-jitsu, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Shout out. Also, Ty Rotolo calls out Merengali.
What a fucking legend.
Bro.
He's just
He's
going
like,
after the big dogs.
The big dogs. He's like, well, you trained at DDS, didn't you? Like, he's like calling out the dude he just beat. And he actually won on decision. He didn't win on submission.
Right.
He's like, well, I just beat you and you're big. How about Merengali?
What was the weight difference there? Like, it was considerable?
Well, I think Ty had to fight up.
Right.
Like, it's not his natural weight. I think it was closer to like a heavyweight.
Yeah, okay.
Like a 90 kilos plus type cap.
Wow. But this is in one championship,
One
right?
championship just on the weekend past. And he's just straight out like grabs the mic and he's like, yo, you trained at DDS? Like, I want Merengali. I'll take anyone. Like, I want all the smoke. And it was
awesome.
It was so exciting because you're like, dude, Ty beat Philippe Penna.
Yeah.
And we saw that. And that was colossal, dude. Like, he doesn't look like a big guy. The thing is, Rotolos just look skinny, but they're not. Like, they're athletic guys. But they look like small dudes compared to some of these other guys. And they do so well.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Slippery and they're real hard to handle.
Scramble, man.
Yeah, scrappy.
They just make it happen. And they're not afraid to bang.
Yeah.
It's exciting. So
yeah, it's really exciting.
I want to see that match. So we're going to do something new today, which is we're going to respond to some of the comments because we got some comments off the last couple of shows.
So you might have heard JT talking about this. We put the highlight on our Instagram talking about how solo gyms are jiu-jitsu masturbation,
solo drills,
and so we thought we'd just pick a couple of the key comments that came through on the Instagram. One, let's start with JT. If solo drills aren't useful, why is it so common to do them as a warm-up in class?
No. I think as a jiu-jitsu warm-up, if someone's never done jiu-jitsu, that's cool. Yeah, you need to learn how to do jiu-jitsu because it's a totally new vocabulary of movement. replicating what you do in class at home doesn't further your jiu-jitsu. Once you've learned how to do a hip escape, doing them a million times isn't necessarily better for you. It's like saying, well, walking's really good. Like, you should just learn how to walk more. It's like, once you've learned how to walk, yeah, go walking. That's fine. But you don't need to do classes about walking on the spot. It's like, how about incorporate walking into walking up a mountain, or put a pack on your back, or go for a run, or play a sport. Or we've got to really progress our thinking on how we use our time. I don't want you to waste time. That's why I believe taking these smaller, very fundamental skills and just doing them to death isn't helpful.
Next one. I'm over 62 years old and a retired bridge labourer, miner, etc. Some of those so-called masturbation exercises actually help me a lot due to the fact that my working career has done some damage to my body, and these exercises help a lot.
I think it's just you don't know any better. I tell you what else would help you a lot. All the stuff that we do in mobility. Shrimping isn't going to actually make you more athletic. That's the thing. Jiu-jitsu, actually, even though it has a specific set of skills, it doesn't make you a better athlete. It doesn't help balance out your body. If you're someone who's already got injuries and lots of imbalances, I don't think the habit of solo drilling, depending what moves, that focuses on, is going to necessarily help you. If you had said to me, I've got a lifetime of trade doing things and I've taken up yoga, I would encourage you to do the yoga over the solo drilling. That's going to be far better for you. So you may have benefited from the solo drilling, and I'm going to see your solo drilling and raise you a yoga class or a stretch to help undo all the tightness you've built, not reinforce the tightness. So, I'm not victim blaming here, but do better.
Do better. I like that. So the point there is that, yeah, of course it holds some benefit for some folks, but what you're getting at is that there are things that hold much more benefit, and there's an end point where these drills, which do have a place as part of a jiu-jitsu class warm-up and as a very basic level of your jiu-jitsu movement vocabulary, they have an end point where they really stop doing anything for you and almost start to just reinforce certain tightness and restrictions that come from doing the same things all the time.
You hit a diminishing point of return.
So do something that's more complementary to your training, and that's what's going to push the needle on your actual movement capacity.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. That's it. We're going to leave it there.
Oh, come on, there's not more.
Oh, you want another one? I got another one for you, bro.
Bring it. Because a lot of people did respond on this, and I'm like, look, that's okay. You can say what you like.
Joey shrimps for breakfast. I know it. On a real one. People 100% need to hear this, including myself. Lol. Get flexible and loose before someone folds you into that position anyways.
It's kind of true. Kind of true. Look, why do I say these things? Why am I so passionate about these things? I have done all the wrong stuff, guys. I have. I took jiu-jitsu moves and tried to add a cable. I had the cable machine in De La Riva and was doing like cable rows from De La Riva. Again, I was just doing wild shit because I was just making it up. I'm telling you, I fucked around and I found out. And I want to save you the time. Like, don't be a donkey like me and just do it wrong for 5 years. Here's the thing. Let me save you some time. You can learn from the experience of others. I'm not coming from a point of like high on my high horse, superiority. I've fucked up that much. You don't have to be as dumb as me. I want to save you the time. I want to save you the heartache. I want to save you the groin strain. It's not worth it. If you could do something that's better, this comes from a place of love and empathy when I abuse you. No, understand that I just want you to get better quicker because I know that we don't have much time in jiu-jitsu and we don't have much time in life. So don't waste time. Don't waste energy. Do something which will be more effective. Don't do solo drills. Peace.